So, boys, we are here.
And we're back.
Been a minute.
It's different. We have a different setup here. New table.
Yeah.
You know, we're a little bit more intimate.
Yeah.
We get to see each other's faces.
Trying
and
some different stuff. Yeah.
trying some different things. It's not permanent. We're just kind of,
Intimate.
we're going to try it. You know, the cord management, the table. It's all fun and games, right?
It's definitely
Until somebody loses an eye.
My tip management.
I'm going to have to. We don't have our little clippers. You got a good one. You're good there.
Yeah, I feel like I actually kind of stole it from Bino. I was saying to keep the, but I'm like, you can have it
No,
backwards.
but it makes sense what he was saying though, because I think for the camera it looks
Yeah.
better that way.
We're gonna set those other ones up.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
those will be next. The big one.
That is the goal, is to have some clippers on the table.
Yeah, the camera does seem more like right up your nostril hair.
Yeah, like I can see Sambo's kneecap right here. That's great looking.
Let me see that kneecap on you, dog.
Like,
You
I
got
want to see.
I got a nice kneecap on it.
How many kneecaps you got?
How you guys been though, dude? It's been. I mean, we haven't put one out in 2 weeks now. I think it's been since
Yeah.
we've done something like this.
Yeah, done
It's all new. It's weird. It's like I've never been able to look at Bean in his eyes, dude. I can look in your eyes now, dude.
It's kind of
I
weird.
love you,
Oh,
bro.
wanna look in your eyes.
I love you guys, dude. This is us, dude.
Creed or shit
Come on,
like that.
everybody, say it back. Be weird with it.
Oh man.
Sam goes, like, why are we going down this road?
It is different not having to like look like
Like cranking your neck.
It's like Bino's on the other side.
I can never actually look at Sam's
Not-
face.
yeah, you two are always
I
just
always
screwed.
have to just think of like I'm like, all right, I can picture what Sam's thinking, like as far as like and what his face looks like while he's telling me a story, but I'm trying to like look down 3 rows of people. It just doesn't work.
Yeah,
this is
dude.
much better.
Yeah.
I like it this way.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I mean, I think definitely because we're some big, hefty dudes. I think we need
Well,
another
what?
table.
I mean,
Yeah.
we should be honest. What you're 6'2", I'm 6'2".
yeah, 6'9",
5
6'9",
half,
No, it's not
6'6".
6'9".
7 foot.
Yeah, because he's giants.
They're Goliath.
Yeah, that's
from the
why,
Bible.
That's why we got to put them over on this side because I like if we did the other way, we would just disappear.
This is odd, dude. I like it though. I dig it. I get to look at Bean's eyeballs.
You're like right there too. Like
What's up, dude?
even as much as like you was right next to me the whole time.
But it's like you don't gotta
Still
do
have to
this.
be like,
Y'all know we have neck problems, and we're like on the pod, like holy hell! I can't even look at you guys properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some stiff ass neck all the time.
Yeah.
Become a stiff neckaroo.
Yeah, you gotta get that. You gotta
Trying
get
to
that.
get back into the
You gotta get that fused. You're there, dude. You're there, dude. You're good, bro. It's hot down here. Anybody else hot?
no,
I think we're sitting
Do I
so
look
much
hot?
closer.
yeah.
look
Yeah, but I
warm.
feel like my face is very hot. I feel like I can see this vein bulging out over here. What's going on with me? My my body's all out of whack lately.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we were getting back into workout this week, so
Thank God.
yeah.
I'm scared. We moved the
We'll do
weights
some
just
jogging.
trying to set this up, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That was like 100 pounds though. So
Still,
yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like weights because we're gonna be doing like Sam says the kettle Jews, right?
Yeah,
he said that.
I did say that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's one of our shorts, dude. Go check it out, everybody. Like,
Why
comment,
did I-
subscribe, hit the bell notifications.
Kettlebell jujitsu.
Yeah.
Is what you were
Kettlebell
trying to
jujitsu.
say, but it was but it came out kettle juice.
Yep,
Kettle
that's
Jews.
exactly what it was.
I love it though, dude.
Yeah,
That's
course.
beautiful.
it's perfect.
Like you. See, I was like, I don't like this guy at all. I don't really like myself either.
I'm beautiful. Yeah, so.
Are you warm?
I'm very hot.
Hell yeah, dog.
I feel like I'm just kind of like,
Let me get some of that heat over here, bro.
Like you're on the spotlight.
huh?
Like you're on the spotlight.
Like there's rays hitting
Yeah,
me or
like-
something. But I have been outside a lot lately too.
Yeah.
Running. That's what it is. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
dude,
was
yeah.
out running like a freaking.
My sidearm here is all sunburned from riding in the truck and having the sun on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I get out, run the packages.
This one got a little bit more. I
Did it?
got out of the truck the other day, and I was just like,
Yeah, the one
this
side that's
left
sitting in the arm will get some fucking sun ray.
Yeah, because we're driving for hours and hours and hours
Yeah.
in that truck all day. But yeah,
Yeah, that's fun, right?
it actually is. Like for me, it's relatively peaceful. It's like because we kind of just go and do our thing.
It's
all
honest
day.
work.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, dude. And like, it doesn't get any better, like, because you get to like hang out with like your homies.
No, we're just listening to podcasts or music or whatever all day, and like for me, it's peaceful.
Absolutely.
Adjusting. Technical difficulties.
Not too bad. This here I don't like, but it's all good though.
Yeah.
What on the stand?
This here, dude. Did you guys see? I think we talked about it for a minute. But did you guys see Drewski got arrested?
I heard about
Yeah.
that. You say, I think Sam was saying, yeah.
It was just telling me that.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Over not having insurance and something else.
Yeah, they were saying like his truck that he was driving didn't have any insurance on it. So,
Isn't that dude fairly rich?
Yeah.
but it's weird because I seen another rich guy. There was another guy. It's Ice T, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, Ice T, wasn't it? It was Ice T.
in his Porsche.
Yeah, and he didn't have insurance. Why you all got insurance?
His made sense though, because I think he was telling the truth. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I seen it.
Well, he was like, the insurance company is right there, like that's where
Like he was going to get
he
it.
was going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, granted, that car hasn't been legal since like 2017.
Yeah.
So has he been driving it?
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably.
Have you ever driven with insurance on a car? Because I have.
Yeah.
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 I'll do you one better. For about a month, I drove in a truck without brakes.
Yeah.
You're-
When I was-
at that
when I
point,
was
you're
like-
seriously like, Jesus, take the
Oh
wheel.
yeah, dude! I was like 19, and I'm just like, and I didn't have the money to fix them, and I had screwed it up because I'd driven this thing to death, and I had driven it out in fields and crap like that, smashed it all up, and then next thing you know, it's like I literally timed out every little stoplight and everything like that. I'm like, all right, if I stop from here, I'll roll into the light, and
So you had no brakes at all.
yeah, like no brakes at all. And for probably about 3 weeks to a month. Yeah, I actually figured out.
Was it that big Dodge?
Yeah, it was that big green Dodge. Like, and then it was actually it was the middle of winter, and actually that's when
That's dangerous.
The last time before I had to, before I almost got to, I actually got into a car wreck with that. That was.
I got a similar story, but it's different. I remember when you got your Camaro.
Yeah.
Okay, and that thing idled at 50, 60 miles.
Yeah, I had an idle. I had an idle
I had
problem.
an idling problem.
And Abe told me, he's like, I was like, dude, can I drive your car? I asked him, can I drive it? He's like, yeah, just know that like idles at like 50, so just be careful.
Idle's high.
I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. Or I was getting gas or something for it.
Yeah, I'm
And he's
sure.
like, well, you're doing it. Get some gas. I'm like, okay. So go over to Pittsford to this, where they come out and pump gas for it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
you couldn't stop, could you? You couldn't stop. I know.
I did that.
You're like, I'll be back.
I did that shit like 3 times. Like, the other angle. I'm like, I can't stop.
No, it was wild.
I'm like,
bro.
I think I did it like 3 times. I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. Like this dude probably thinks I'm freaking crazy.
He's probably like, there you go
because it's
again.
just like ripping while I'm braking. It's like do the thing.
That's
I'm
not
like,
good.
yeah.
It was weird. It was very odd because we went to a party out that way, and I think you were in it with me. There was a couple of us that was in the car, and it was just started like it was lightly snowed.
Yeah.
And we pulled in, it was like this trailer, and there was like literally, it was a trailer, and there was like probably like 200 kids at this place. Like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Over on the corner of Pittsford and Oregon
Yes.
Road over there. Yeah.
Yes, and I come pulling in, and I'm like, I'm like, both feet are hammered on the brakes. I'm like, and I'm just sliding like, oh, I'm like slapping into like freaking park, and I'm like, shut it off. I'm like, dang! Remember how I get mad like that?
Yeah.
I was
just
I
what
was
it was.
afraid. I'm like, I don't want to be here because this is uncomfortable
It
for
was like
me.
a 9-second car, wasn't it? Or
Something like that. But I was like,
No, I don't know. if it was
I'm
nothing.
severely.
10? No, it was.
I don't know.
I think it was an 11. I think they had an
Okay.
11 on it. But I was like, I don't want to be here, but I'm terrified
Nonetheless,
to
they
get
had
back in
balls.
that car.
Yeah, for sure.
I was afraid. I'm like, if I get in this car, like, I'm like, am I gonna just like hit somebody's car again?
Yeah.
You know, like because I was worried,
Yeah.
really worried.
It might be now.
Yeah, the guys who bought it.
Who
Yeah,
bought it? But might have.
one of our buddies, family bought
Well, you
it.
guys are right. It is 11. It's not 9. 9 is like.
I think it was an 11 something, like 11 point something. I got it from Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah.
Shady dealer.
Was it? That
was
makes
a,
sense. That checks out.
He was a white guy, and but he had
Oh, really?
like- yeah, and he had this boot, like a boot like that was like big because one of his legs were like way shorter than the other, but it like the boot still didn't really seem to help him with his limp a lot. He still limped a lot,
Okay.
and
That's shady as fuck right there.
I instantly
Why would
pulled
you
it.
laughing at that? Like, this guy has a ailment.
Dude, he was shaking, and he had this white like film built up in the crevices of his mouth.
Oh, that's so gross.
I'm like, oh, dude, and he just stunk. So, yeah, straight up. And so we get there, and it had these nice chrome rims on it. And he was like, I talked him down to something. I can't remember. It was like 4,300 or something. He's like, well, it's 45 or 48. So if you're gonna, I'll give you for that, but you're not getting the rims. I'm like, yeah, then F the rims, dude. Put on different tires. So he put slicks on them for me. Remember?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I should have never had slicks on that car. It was insane.
Yeah.
Well, here we are, because those are illegal. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be
yeah.
driving like on streets with slicks on them
That's
at
right.
all.
Yeah, we were driving that fucker around with slicks on it, wasn't we? Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, bro. We're like, just like hitting it all the time. I'm like, why is it not
The
gripping?
thing was, it was kind of fun though.
It was.
Yeah, but like when you wanted it,
But
not to be
dangerous,
fun,
you know what I
like,
mean? It's
oh,
just-
like there's a cop or something.
Yeah.
Like maybe you like, how do you stop that? He's gonna be like, what's going on?
Have any of you ever been pulled over in that car? Because
No.
I haven't.
No, but I'm just like, I was like, kind of like, man, if I do,
I'm trying to remember
I
if I
just
drove
tried
it
to-
or not.
Well, I'm
just-
sure you
I
did,
just
because
tried
there
to
was a
turn
time
it I did.
it stayed in Hillsdale when I moved out. Because I was like trying to sell it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that new change in the Michigan law for where like kids have to be like 13 now to ride in the front seat
You
of the
were
car?
telling me that.
It's crazy. Like
So it actually passed.
yeah, April 1st it went into
Wow.
effect. So like
I love how like I had no idea. Like, was it like could you vote or was it just like, nope?
I have no idea what the actual like when the voting process for that was or when it went into effect.
do that a
you know?
lot.
And it was like it probably was for one of the last local elections or some
Yeah.
or the state election or something. I don't know or how they passed that. Maybe exactly.
I do
what
remember
the-
something passed. I just
I'm
couldn't
not
remember
very
what it was.
politically minded as far as that goes, so I don't really know the process. But yeah,
Because I was
crazy.
letting my son right up in the front, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so this is just not going to be happening now.
Yeah.
Do you
huh?
I
guys
guess they
remember
can-
riding in the back of a pickup truck,
Oh yeah.
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 like in the middle of like Ipsy,
Oh yeah.
going to the freaking,
you remember when
going to the grocery store just
we
in
was
the back.
riding on the side of
Peace.
cars in snow and like holding on? I think it was a little Danish.
Oh, that's when we was being crazy.
That was ridiculous.
Well, do you remember? doing
You
that
talking about
with
my
Dad?
brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Dude, you remember when that field out by where our old place was at?
Yeah.
He destroyed his engine in that truck because of what we did out there. Like he had to have
Dude, I
like
could
a
have rolled
motor.
over and killed the shit out of us. That was so
Absolutely.
dangerous. So dangerous.
So much fun though.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, good memories.
You probably
man.
would have told me
Death,
to leave. Like,
love it.
Yeah.
Almost
Yeah,
dying.
I look back on
Oh.
some of those old stories like of like almost dying, and I'm just like, what? How lucky?
Because
did
we had
I
the big
get?
man upstairs looking out for us. dude.
Exactly, but yeah, no, because like sometimes you're like I think about I think I've told it on here. I'm like the first time I killed a copperhead snake, I was 6 years old.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, I was down in Kentucky and at 6 with Uncle Josh, and he took me copperhead hunting. And
Heck
I'm
yeah,
like,
dude.
and I'm just like, all right. So I'm like, these are highly venomous snakes, I'm just like, although I will have to say, me and Eli were hiking the other day, ran into freaking Snake Park, dude.
Yeah, Snake Island, bro.
Just today we were delivering, and she came right over the grass of a gardener,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and freaking like kind of came at her and shit
Oh,
scared
really?
the poop out of her.
Oh yeah, they scared me. It was freaking me out because they were everywhere out there. in
There was
damn
like that
field.
place.
You
It was
should
Hartrick Park.
Come in a little bit more. If you
Come in
can.
this way?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Should I lean back a little bit further?
No, you're good.
Yeah, I think it was.
There you go.
Like Hartrick
That's better.
Park or something like that. And it was like this place, dude. We went walking through the forested part. We saw at least 7 garter snakes.
Yeah.
I would say like it was and I'm like I'm looking at her, I'm like, where the hell? And there was all the fallen leaves, which they like to kind of slither under and crap like that. And then I kind of was showing Eli horrific pictures in the truck later of what their nesting places look like back there. Somewhere in the woods there's like giant nests where they all get together for the winter, and they all wake up during the spring, because I went down a rabbit hole on this. And
Take a flamethrower, baby.
do you remember those
Yeah.
pictures I showed you the one
Yeah.
day? They're like it's terrible. It's like literally
That had to there had to been something like that out there.
Oh, yeah.
At some point because
like-
with how many snakes there was all over, there was a fucking breeding grounds.
Yeah, there had to be a hibernation spot where there was like probably upwards of 500 snakes, in like a big pit.
That's creepy.
Jeez, oh Lou.
That's
in
creeping
real
me
life.
out.
Yeah.
Every time I see one, I was like, damn, I'm about to.
I don't like 'em.
Fuck, I'm out of here.
You remember that one that got in the house?
Yeah, down here.
Yeah.
No. At our old house. That's the first time I was like, yeah, I don't like snakes, because I was like, cool with them, like outside, like I used to catch them. I wasn't like real big into it, but I've caught like gardeners. But one got in the house, and it was a big old sucker, and I stepped on it,
Yeah.
Oh
not
yeah.
knowing, and it was
When
like,
you don't
I'm a
know that they're
slithery
there,
little
that's when they're the
snake.
most terrifying.
and that thing raised up like because I heard it,
Yeah.
and it freaking was like, I'm like, what is that?
Well, you spotted the one down here.
I instantly was like,
Go
what
watch
is
the
that?
bomb.
Yeah, it is true.
Things
That is
went
a-
bump on that
That's a
episode.
crazy
It
episode.
was weird, like because right at me like that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like, what is that? I'm like, that's a snake. Like, whoa. And then it freaked me out, and it like got away.
Yeah.
I found it again.
Yeah, that's
So from then on, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't like them. Like
I mess with every snake I see. You can ask Keela even the other
just
day when
kinda
we were at
creep me
the
out.
at that
Yeah.
park. I was just like, I'm
you
just
grab
like,
him by the back.
I'm trying to get them, trying to grab them, but it was all these leaves and stuff like that. So they had such. It wasn't like on like down here where it was like on a hard flat ground,
Yeah.
where you could press their head down easily. It was like on the under
The forest
all
floor.
the leaves, where it basically, so if you press them down, they can slither in like
Yeah.
out of the way, So I wasn't able to actually grab any of them, but dude, there were so many. It was wild.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
No fun.
Snakes.
what
Snakes are
about
no
like
cool.
giant, just mounds of ants? You guys ever seen stuff like that? Just like,
Oh, yeah.
How is this even like still a place?
Well, have
In
you
a
seen those like the
crater.
giant termite piles in Africa that
Yeah.
are like 6 feet tall or whatever? I'm like, what even is
Imagine
that?
just like sitting in your house one day and just like, like go down like 6 floors. Like, what happened?
You're like, he's getting eaten alive, right? That'd scare the poop out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear
Straight
about
up.
stuff like that, like a sinkhole appearing underneath you.
I've seen videos of it happen.
Yeah.
People like in their backyard and the sinkhole will happen.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like a myth. Like it's not a myth because it does happen, but like, well, actually, this thing it might be a myth. Is
The Wendigo.
no.
He's real, bro.
Human combustion.
Wendigo, Winnebago,
Spontaneous combustion?
Yeah, spontaneous combustion. Is that real?
No.
Shadago.
Shadaggle.
No,
Shadoo.
that was a thing that they highly disproved. Like in, I think it was I don't know when, but it was like hundreds of years ago, at least 100 years ago. This is old science. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I
this is old
figured. But
science.
you remember when they used to like make people believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, because I mean, people,
It's all new.
if they don't know, like they don't, they don't know what's
Right.
to think a lot of times, because most people aren't going to do their actual own research and
Yeah.
figure something out like that.
Because I remember the first time I seen it as a kid, like human combustion, like that. I was like, and them explaining it on TV. I'm like, well, it must be real.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
real.
But it was a
You
thing
heard
that
of
people believed at one point that was like oh yeah.
I'm lost. I didn't catch up.
I was talking about. I can't remember what
We
it
were talking about Wendigos, Wendigos.
No,
So,
human
like
combustion. What is it? Human combustion.
Spontaneous combustion.
Yeah. Or the stories of people just catching on a fire, like sinkholes.
Someone just blowing up in fire.
Yeah, just catching on fire.
Huh? Why?
Like you'll be sitting here like, "What's up, dude?" And all of a sudden, just like,
I don't know.
Like the Human
And-
Torch or something.
and die.
Yeah. That was a.
That's
yeah.
wild. So that was like a a myth.
yes.
Oh, that one, Satan must
Well,
have
but
loved
also-
There's a
it.
lot of myths out there.
Okay.
There's some crazy shit out there that people say.
I'll give you a great example of this same sort of line of logic, right? So during the Black Plague, when basically they had all these, they had this giant rat problem that was going through their cities and things like that. They had this idea that the rats would just magically appear because there was because of in a spot. They'd be like, we just don't understand why this is. Meanwhile, there'd be like bags of rice and shit in the corner, and the rats would come in to eat that.
Right.
And then basically,
Because they're varmints.
but the people would think in their, they literally were, there's a specific term for it, I can't remember, but they would literally be like, oh yeah, the rats, just magically, they, popped up overnight. Like they weren't actually didn't exist before that, and they just magically appeared. And you're like, yeah, people thought crazy stuff back then. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No doubt, dude. I have something I was gonna tell you guys. I think I talked to you about it, but when you were you're growing up, and you're like hitting like 13, 14, and you're kind of like coming into like your body and stuff like that. And you're not really like understanding of like certain smells. Yeah, like I was playing D&D one time with Jerry and
Oh, yeah.
Brian and Jen and all these guys, and I was sitting there playing, and I'm like, man, like something smells like just rancid, like ugh. And I'm sitting there and I'm playing, and I'm like over the table, and I'm like rolling dice and all this stuff, and then like I did something, I was like, And I looked over and I like smelled myself. And I was like, whoa. I was like, is that me? And Brian looks over and goes, yeah, dude, that's absolutely you. He's like, you stink, bud. And I'm like, oh, sweet, dude. So I went and threw some deodorant on.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was like, now it's like, that's
you
like
were
the
probably
first,
what, like 15, 16, something
13,
like that?
14,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But totally stunk like just
That's when
BO.
you're just now learning to like cover up your smells.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Because like now
Yeah.
it's like when I shower, I'm like, I make sure like everything, every crevice, every orifice is just
Yeah.
sponged very well.
Sponged.
You know, and then I get out and I freaking throw on some of that freaking Squatch freaking DO, dude.
I like the squash.
I love the Squatch, and I love you guys ever get the bars of soap that are like motherfucking sandpaper.
Oh yeah, the Squatch soap, like the blocks.
Yeah, and
yeah.
you're
Those,
like-
those are my favorite things.
Like, well, it's getting into the pores real good on that one. You start sweating, you smell like
Oh, dude, speaking of that, I fell asleep and like something, I left one of the windows open and a mosquito bit me on the foot and must have been munching on that bitch for a minute. So it was itching. Oh, dude. I'll show you what my foot looks like.
Pull it out, bro.
Oh,
Show
not a
the
chance.
camera.
Dude, because while I was sleeping, I
They don't wanna see that.
scratched
I found
the
that
shit
one.
out
I
of
know,
it.
somebody
And
might
I
wanna
woke
show
up and there's a chunk of skin like that long missing off my foot from me scratching it while I was sleeping.
A chunk of skin,
Oh, yeah. It looks disgusting. And it's
That
like
thing was
terrible to
heavy.
feel. And
He was bringing his buddies.
bro.
Are you allergic to mosquitoes? Because
probably. It looks like fucking leprosy, bro.
So when I get them, because like, dude, when me
my
and
fucking face looks like Freddy Krueger. Or my fucking foot.
see, that's what happens. So,
You know what I mean?
Your face, dude. Heck yeah.
So me, like when I first got married, dude, like to my wife, she like we were out there. Basically, I was changing a tire on a truck or on one of our cars, and like I got bit up by mosquitoes, dude. And I walked inside, and my whole face because like I basically I wore a hoodie and I like tried to tighten it up as much as I could, but they were swarming that year. And
But
I,
let's
like,
be
I come
honest,
in-
if they can get through the freaking skin of an elephant,
Oh, yeah.
a hoodie ain't nothing.
No, but like I come in looking like Frankenstein, just like my face is all bumped, like just swollen, like just every part of it's red.
Yeah, I'll never leave
It's
the
awful.
window open again.
Yeah.
There was also two big fucking looking mosquitoes. I'm like, damn, those things are huge. They're like mammoth mosquitoes. Got these long ass legs.
Oh,
That
it's the
thing sounded like-
females.
Mammoth
Female.
mosquitoes.
Female mosquitoes.
Two
up
of
in your
them.
house.
I got
Came
stung
in
in
my
the
house.
toe by a
Bigger
bee.
ones.
Huh?
when I was
'Cause
sleeping.
those are actually more rare, weirdly
hurt.
enough.
Yeah.
You see the male ones, which are the smaller ones, a lot more
Yeah,
often,
yeah.
but the big ones are the
So
females.
it's probably that
actually.
one of them big ass bitches that was eating on my foot.
Oh yeah, she was just like
Dylan.
just getting down, dude.
Damn.
She was doing it to you.
She's
that-
fucking that.
Like that chick I showed
Got
you the
me,
one
bro.
day that was eating the freaking donuts and fried chicken for breakfast.
That's beautiful.
It's always the weirdest when things happen to you when you're sleeping, though.
Yeah.
Always.
Then you're like, what happened? Like, I've woke up with like scratches,
Yeah.
like burned. I'm like, what is on my back?
Yeah.
Like, why am I burning right now?
Demons.
No, it's probably just something like I don't
Lizard
know, in the bed,
people.
or I scratched it real bad with like itching, and I'm like you can't see back there. You're like, but then you'll see it in the mirror or whatever.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, you back there looking like I'm my booty hole. Look,
Get your ass out.
it's hair.
Abe goes, how your booty hole looking?
Oh, that booty hole. Like,
That's happened to you guys, like,
oh.
like weird scratches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You ever get back from a long day of work and you gotta take a crap and you sit down and you're like, whoa, buddy, them stenches are atrocious. They're just wafting you, dog.
We smell your own ass.
Abe's in there
You know,
taking a
we
dump.
all have. You sit down and you're like, dang.
Abe's puking
like-
from his own shits.
Huh?
You're puking from your own shits.
Yeah. No. Oh, from the smell of it.
Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about like sitting down and your cheeks spread for the first time all day, and you're like, "Woo, that stinks."
Speaking of puking,
Oh, smelling your own ass.
I still can't get over that I puked and shit at the same time from that freaking sauce right there.
Yeah, that sauce is wild, bro. That sauce got the devil in it.
Yeah.
Satan was like, he just cried. He went,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Oh, dude.
You know what's going to be worse,
I'll never
Abe?
fuck around with hot
Because
sauce
when we get to
again.
episode 100, those freaking
No
sour
chance.
candies,
Never.
with this new setup, it's going to be way more easy.
well,
to
just
see
think
everybody's
about
faces.
this, right? We got a long time before that.
Not
Long
really.
time. Yeah.
We're in April. We got 3 months.
Oh, jeez.
It's supposed to be in July, I think, if I timed it out correctly.
Yeah, but I want to say, oh, dude, so we are finally at 1,200 public watch hours.
Nice.
We are climbing, boys. We are getting up there. So everybody definitely keep watching, long form. Watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Watch the whole thing. That's what we want. Watch it all.
Telling them what to do it now or
Yeah, but like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications, and all that fun stuff. We got a bunch of new stuff we got in the works coming, I don't know, a couple months from now probably. But once we hit the, what do you call it? The YouTube Partner Program, which we're getting closer. Mm-hmm. We've got some stuff we're going to be doing, so definitely tune in for some of that fun stuff. But yeah, man, we got some stuff in the works, dudes. It's getting there, boys. I think within the next couple months, we will be able to apply for YouTube Partner, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Plying your wank.
With that double ply toilet paper.
Yeah, well, your finger go through, get shit on it.
And you pull it back and you're like, should have clipped the nails that day, but I didn't.
Then I bite my nails off.
Oh, I don't bite my nails.
got poop tooth.
Like you're like,
Yeah.
dang! Smells like sweaty man butt.
You get some of those
He like goes,
sweaty man.
ridiculous.
Crazy shit.
Huh?
Is it you keep saying crazy shit?
I don't know why I do
I think
that.
you need some sort of poop sound on this
Yeah.
soundboard here, like some sort of freaking dumpage sound. Because I mean, this podcast is like 1/8, poop talk.
We should be plumbers. Yes.
Dude, you guys ever watch the Crustbusters?
No.
They be busting crust, man. Toilet crust.
Let's be the
They all go, no.
That's such a great name.
Well, it's
It's crust buster.
That's such a good name for the show. They're all plumbers, I take it.
no. They're septic guys. They clean out septic.
Perfect name.
Yeah, dude. But they bust out this.
Crustbusters.
They bust out this freaking machine. It's like an auger, and it has it's like a big rod, and then on the end of it has like these big, like flat windmill things. And they because it's dumb things.
And it's just flinging
Thick.
shit everywhere.
No, they stick it into the freaking poo.
Yeah.
And they like, "Bah!" And it just spins, and they're hitting it with water, and to where like they take it from chunk, like where it's like just black, like thick, like mud, like to like smooth, like cream, like a smoothie.
Oh, dude. You don't got to foodize it. Like,
And they're like, and they just suck it out.
thank God
dude.
for those guys.
Yeah.
They should
yeah.
get paid a lot because I don't want to fucking ever have to. Do that.
Yeah, because the one guy that I had to have come, do my septic
Yeah,
tank at
yeah.
one point, I paid him a good penny. He
You
was like,
ever peek down in there?
oh yeah, for sure.
I have.
Yeah,
It's scary.
horrendous.
You're like, you peek down in there, you're like,
It's nightmare fuel.
that's a hole of.
I don't want.
Just-
I wouldn't look.
Just imagine
I don't wanna look.
falling into that accidentally.
Sam told me there was a guy. He was called the freaking septic swimmer. Remember? Yeah. He swam. He would get in
he's dead.
septics
He
and
can't be- he can't be alive
He
anymore.
would. He
There's
would
no
wear
way.
full bodysuits, like a latex and like a
Still.
respirator, and he'd be like swimming around in it.
There's been people that would get
hell's
in
wrong with
porta
people?
potties underneath people at.
Oh,
This is who I heard it with.
They were talking about Dave and Chuck the Freak. I think might have been the people talking about it. Some dude like taking pictures of people shitting under there.
And he was like in the porta potty, like take a picture.
Like, oh, he's clipping.
buttholes.
Yeah, yeah,
I want a
That's
butthole.
wild.
yeah. That's insane.
No, not even just that. It's a.
You're shitting butthole.
Yes. Yeah. It's like it's a turd
And this
releasing.
dude's under there like, psht. That guy
Wow.
deserved to, like, I don't know, something like not good.
Dude, publicly hanging at people. Like that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. No,
Get
I'm
them
with
out
you.
of here.
Come on.
That's weird stuff.
we gotta stop doing stuff like that.
Don't do it. Don't. Do
That's
it.
wild.
Yeah, people don't need to be doing that.
No, but dude, I will watch those septic freaking videos all day. So
Yeah.
Are you serious? It's into it, huh? Maybe you should be a
He said
plumber,
all
Doug.
day.
No, because I know the smell.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like it's like
Other people shit.
I
too,
came
probably. It's
across
all
it-
different, dude.
I came across it on.
I'm gross. This is gross.
I came across on TikTok, and like the quicker you swipe away, it's like okay, that's not going to be my algorithm. Is what you think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But like the first time I seen it, I was like, "Ugh, disgusting! Get that on my face." you know. And then I was just kind of like,
Then you got
and I was just like,
Crustbusters.
I'm like, that doesn't look too bad, you know. And he like, because it was like just a layer of it looked like dirt.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And then I seen him like stick it in, and it was just like a big thing of just like bogging mud, like out somewhere, and it just dries, and you have like the thick clay mud. And I was like, all right. And now I'm just like, here he is. And I'm just like, there it is. And they'll get like the freaking clogs out. They'll be spraying, like hitting it with this thing, and then like you just see, like, I mean, solid.
See, that's
Like
what
some
happened-
people's turds shock me. I'm like, your hole has what do they call them? Like anal fissures.
Yeah.
Like you got splits in your colon, bro. You have to. Like that is a log. Like I'm talking like
What are you? What you want?
Okay, see, but this happened to me.
he was unclogging it, and you seen it, a big old turd just shoot out, and I'm like, that was a
See,
turd.
this happened to my algorithm with those cow hoof cleanings when they have to cut those out and like they're all pus filled and stuff like that. Like that's why I watch one of those and I'm just like, because they have to like trim it back and cut it and then put all the ointment on it and wrap
Imagine what that smells
it.
like.
Oh, probably.
So it's like it's fascinating to see,
oh yeah.
but
Especially when you get one of those juicy ones, yeah, they freaking have all the pus up in there, and
that dude's probably
disgusting.
like just so used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking
You know?
putting it in his coffee.
And I'll say this, like straight up, dude. Like I'm not like, it's not that I'm like, I gotta watch me them septic cleaning videos. I'm not like that.
If you say so.
But it's like it's there.
It's
and
not
I'm
an
kind
addiction
I
yet?
wouldn't be offended if they stopped popping up on my page.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, I don't need to watch this no more.
Crustbusters.
I see those some people like will watch like the freaking pimple pop and stuff, and I'm like, I can't do that.
I've done that.
See that?
Right, so
I've been hooked on that nasty shit. I got off it for a while.
that-
though.
that-
like
I can't
I
do
seen a
that.
I'm
couple
like-
where they'd be like slicing them and
Yeah,
like
it's just-
I'm like, oh,
See, but that's my
I'm like
weird-
5
it's
months
the-
sober
it's
off
the
of that shit.
5 months sober. I need to get sober off of the freaking.
Crustbusters.
I gotta be done. Dude, I know you guys.
Again,
get a
such
camera
a
down
good
here.
name if you're
What do
dealing
you
with
watch?
poop.
There's got to be something.
It's kind of amazing.
That's weird.
They were
I'm
fucking.
kind of like
they were good.
Spot on.
like the hoof videos.
The hoof videos, okay.
I have like for sure.
Hoof videos are cool, and like cows getting infected,
Yeah,
taken
because it's like
care
you're
of.
going to see the cow afterwards. You're like, right on. Hopefully that
Because they
works.
put the block on and everything like that.
Okay, well,
wrap it
little
up.
buddy, and all the blue gel or whatever
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them too.
Yeah, but it's just like, so it's like I get the weird, because it's gross as hell
Oh, yeah,
to
it's like a
watch
freaking
technically. Like
crab covered hoof.
yeah, exactly.
I seen one dude like with it was an elephant cross, not an elephant. It was like a pig or something. No, it wasn't a pig. It was something big animal over in Africa. And he like just walked over to it, was crossing the road. I sent it to you, remember? And he caught the turd
Yeah, dude.
with his hands. He just caught it and like got it all out, and it was like a baby. And he just walked over to the other side of the road, and tossed it, and he showed his hands, and there was no poop on his hands. I'm like, how's that
Big
possible?
weird turd.
It was, but it was like
It
smooth.
was, Abe sent it, and I was like, what the hell?
And also let it fucking hit the ground first, and then move it with some tools.
No,
Yeah,
no, he didn't do that
You know,
at all.
another
He
weird
caught
one?
that with his bare hands, bro.
Yeah.
You know, another weird one that I'll
Caught that
watch.
turd.
You ever see,
That
like,
dude needs
He was
to
like,
get the
"Go
internet.
long."
no, it was way too big.
There was another. Wasn't there a
Like as
lady
big
that
as this table.
we saw a while ago that was
like a
doing
heavy
volleyball
bag.
with the turds?
Yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, they were playing volleyball.
she
with
was.
shit.
Yeah, she still does that, by the way.
Uncle,
no.
oh shit, it's a thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she'll be like up underneath. there.
Obviously,
She'll be
that's not something you do once.
like a big elephant turd, just like boom.
Oh, and
I'm like, babe, look at this.
15 pounds.
Yeah,
Like that's a
break your neck. I'm like, Jess is like, why? And I'm like,
God.
they want views, dude.
You're
That's
like,
the
look,
only thing I can think.
I'm not as weird for watching it as they are for weird for doing it. At least.
What about that video
Right.
of that
I'm
elephant
saying.
freaking stomping that dude flat?
Yeah.
That freaking
That was
popped
not-
up in freaking our algorithm. Like,
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, and I was so.
he folded him like toothpaste.
Dude, I was
He
so.
folded him up like a fucking like some laundry he was gonna put in his.
I was so
dresser.
mad at that
Oh, dude, it was so.
because I'm just like,
it was horrifying.
first off, who's recording that?
yeah.
Why'd you record that dude getting stomped by an elephant like that? I mean, and that dude was like on the one side, dude. His back was gone, and I'm like,
No.
oh my
Yeah.
god. That's why I got off X. That was the
yeah.
video that did it. For me.
He probably shot all his insides out of his asshole.
God in heaven.
All of them.
Or they just busted
Yeah,
out the
so
side of his
bad.
skin too, or out his eyes, his
Yeah.
mouth, all of it, dude. I don't even like talking about that. That hurts me bad.
Video, I
Imagine-
was just like,
He was an older guy.
Well, he
Like,
was
let
he
him-
was
let him-
smacking it in the
He
legs and
was,
shit. Like
but
they,
he don't deserve to get crushed.
no, But it depends on what he's all done to that elephant. But I guess no. Dude, some of them people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but
I don't want to see it
It's a
though.
wild animal.
No.
Though.
That's what I'm
Like at the
saying.
end of the day, it's like it'd be like walking up to a shark and smacking it with something and expecting it not to bite you. You know, it's a giant freaking 10-ton or however many tons animal it is. It's
Yeah,
like,
either
God,
way,
don't-
rough way to go out.
Yeah, it's horrible.
No, that's dude. I seen that and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I was like, X can go to hell where it belongs.
it's gotten a little too wild.
You remember the guy getting eaten by lions on the safari?
No, you told me about it. And I never
know,
watched
he
it.
got
That
in
was
front
on
of his
YouTube.
wife, in front of his wife and kids. This was in a documentary on.
God.
It was in
I
a
don't think it is
documentary on the
anymore.
History Channel for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was
and-
also that lady, the later writer from Game of Thrones that got pulled out on safari, I think, and killed, or I think she got either mauled or got killed. or
An
something like that.
actor?
She was a writer on the
Oh.
show, and
And writers are, they're, you know,
well, you
there's
wouldn't have
they're a
TV
dime a
shows.
dozen, I guess.
You wouldn't have TV shows if you didn't have writers.
That's true.
I mean,
But
look
one
at,
writer.
Well, look at Tarantino and Danny McBride. They're both people who write their own stuff.
Now, if
you
it
know?
was them, that would then
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying, they're
But
writers.
we got one of them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I love those guys' stuff. I find those writers that I really enjoy their work. I mean, Righteous Gemstones is freaking amazing.
Love it.
You know,
Love
I
it.
mean, and pretty much anything Tarantino has ever done is amazing. But those are guys that write, mostly write as well as direct. You know, it's a additional.
They're a
thing.
different breed.
Because like those people that I don't know what it would be like those where there's like those writers' rooms where there's 50 dudes in it. I have no idea what that's even like. It'd be kind of
Like I know this one. I don't even know who these next five are.
yeah.
They're named in the credit things.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, who did the thing? Who was the director and writer for that?
Kurt Russell.
Director was John Carpenter. I can't remember who wrote it actually. Do you know, Sam?
John Carpenter probably did.
No, it's
Oh, for real?
It's a
It's actually a
remake.
remake.
But like I don't know who wrote the
but it's,
screenplay.
the story's completely
So the
different.
original
The thing with John Carpenter.
was a remake.
Technically,
Yeah, I mean,
it's way
So
different.
was there
way
an
different.
older movie?
Yeah, from the
Yeah, it's called The
50s.
Thing.
Holy piss pump!
It's black and white.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fist pump is
But it's a completely
crazy.
different movie.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not,
okay.
It's not even
like,
the same kind of story. Like he changed it up, but it's
lot.
still like kind of the idea.
I never knew
it
that.
was called
I'm not gonna
The
lie.
Thing from Another
If I
World.
would have never have talked about it on this podcast, I would have went till my dying day thinking that was the OG.
Yeah, but it's John Carpenter's idea though. It's still like very original.
like this
the way he-
version of
way he
the
filmed
thing,
it.
like the original, like the one that we think is the original, is so far different. You wouldn't even think of it. Even if you watched it, you probably wouldn't even think that that's the original.
Only thing
version
is
of
there's
the
like a
thing.
monster in it.
Yeah, it's a completely different type of.
Did you ever know that?
Yeah.
No, I don't know shit like that.
I love it, dude, because I love being in that game too. I know. I know some things. Not a lot.
That's
but I do know
and to be fair,
something.
that is useless knowledge. Like, but like, put me and Sam,
Cool movie though.
Great movie.
He just got his Hollywood Star of Fame.
Who, John?
Kurt Russell was
Old
there.
John, man.
A few other was there.
Gotta love old John.
Who's
I do those
John?
movies.
Carpenter. Oh yeah. Shit.
Come
bro.
on, bro.
Dude, I'm here now. I was thinking of like Uncle John right away for no reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm
He's
like,
like John.
Uncle John.
I know a John.
I know,
I know a
man.
couple Johns in my life. You guys know any other Abes? Abrahams? No, do you? And if yeah, well, I can't go there.
No, actually,
Why,
I did
Indians?
know one Abraham who was an Amish kid.
Exactly.
Oh.
They're always like Indians
So
or
the
Amish
bowl
or something
cuts.
like.
It
Hey,
makes
we
sense.
did
I
meet.
could be back there
We met-
freaking throwing some hay with
yeah,
them
you-
Amish
We
boys.
met one. Remember? Abraham, the Amish kid over on.
Of course it's Amish.
Yeah. Do you remember that guy? We used to bale hay with like the. Amish
Oh,
family.
yeah.
Oh, it is funny technically because each one of us technically has a biblical name.
We were like kids, and they like fucking outworked the dog shit
Oh
out
my
of us.
God,
Them
dude,
boys were
weird.
working circles around my lumpy ass.
I was like, I'm done. I want to go home in the AC, dude.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like,
y'all know.
y'all can live this life. I'm done
Bro,
with
have
it.
you played Tekken? Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Like
no.
the only time I was outside exercise is when we were playing like the war game. That's all
Yeah.
I needed in my life. That was enough physical freaking crap.
Now,
for me.
dude, this week we're gonna be getting after it, bro.
Oh, it's
You're
true.
gonna be sore.
No, it's true. I need it though. I need to get there. So
I've been mostly back on the intermittent fasting thing because, like, for at work usually for most days I don't like I kind of left it to where so it's like I'm not eating as much because that's actually my problem. I'd probably be 400 pounds if I ate all day long. I'm like this.
but here's the
fat-
question: could you though? Because I could too.
Eat
I could.
all day
Oh,
long.
yeah.
Oh, 100%. I've done it.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'd probably be like 400 pounds.
If I wouldn't get fat and feel like absolute shit all the time that I did it, I would do it. Yeah.
Right, but like that's what I'm saying. Like you could,
Yeah.
but
I've done it there for like years at a time
right.
before. You know.
Like I absolutely could sit there and freaking eat
Yeah.
around the clock.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, like not like I mean I would eat like throughout the day probably I could do like 20, 30 times a day.
Well, hey,
You know what I mean?
20,
Like
30 times
Well,
a
I'm
day.
talking like grabbing some cuz dude, man,
Taco here, burger there.
no, not even that.
Nacho
Like,
Supreme.
definitely have my 3/4, you know, like have my, my
Ham
breakfast,
sandwich.
lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like snacks in between. I'm talking like I have a, what are they? They're Cheez-Its, but they're the chicken wing ones flavored.
The buffalo.
The buffalo. So they're little.
Damn,
spicy.
those sound good.
Yeah, so they're good.
Oh, shit,
I
I
think I
bet
did
that's a
slice my
fire.
freaking nose. Did I
Yeah,
slice my nose?
I saw the little skin flap there.
What'd you do? You sliced your nose up?
Slice my nose when I was
It's not
sitting on it.
bleeding,
Hey,
but
Bino, remember that one guy got his nose cut off with a sword on the internet?
dude, he showed me that video. It just flopped like the whole
This guy
thing.
puts a hot dog in his mouth and holds it up like his buddy's gonna cut the hot dog in half and like just lops his damn nose almost completely
and
off.
It's not, but it doesn't. But it does not entirely. So the whole
my
thing just
Nice
bends,
party
and it goes
trick.
like to the side, and like the whole friggin' bit of it just flops off.
Or like the apple on the head trick.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
how
that.
stupid can damn people be with shit like that? Would you ever put an apple on your
Where
head? I'd be
where
like, I don't
did you
care.
watch this at?
I've seen it. I've seen that
Because you
for a
showed the
long
video.
time.
You
It was
showed
on
me
X.
Yeah.
I've got to get off them sites, bro. that's dangerous. You guys watch it?
Actually,
You've seen the Elephant Crush guy.
I know.
You're tainted too, bro.
Oh, dude, we all tainted
Dude,
up in
actually,
this.
just
Good Lord, this guy's
assassination
to save
videos
us.
all over it.
Yeah.
People just getting murked all the time. I'm like, damn.
or just brutal fight videos where
Yeah.
people just getting the crap kicked out of them on the streets. So you're just like,
One of my
oh my god.
One of my favorites on X is when the motorcycle jumpers
Yeah.
they come up on this breeze or the little bikes and they jump off and mug them and leave.
Oh,
No, yeah.
And they'll like people will get off like yeah, and they'll turn around with a pistol themselves like
Just kill them outright.
yeah. I'm like holy crap.
I think I saw almost the exact because it like you could almost just it was almost looks like a first person shooter because he like had like it must have been on his helmet or
Yeah.
something and because he like he gets off
he
and
gets
then-
off like yeah, you can have it. It's yours. And the
Yeah.
guy turns around with a pistol and just like
That's our generation now.
puts like 8 in them. Like
Our generation is like we're back like in Vietnam and World Wars and all that stuff. They would have flashbacks, but we have flashbacks of how many people we seen killed on our phones. We're like,
That's some
how,
weird-
how many people have you seen die on your freaking
People,
phone?
I can start. I'm gonna start claiming PTSD.
Yeah,
And I don't
You'd be
like
you'd be like the elephant.
'cause I steer clear of it.
Having
myself.
flashbacks.
And sometimes I'll.
because it's burned in there like
Yeah.
because
Yes.
when every time I mention or I think about it that picture
Oh, that
comes
guy.
right back in my head.
Can I tell you one of the hardest
I know.
videos that I've ever seen
Dude.
on X? This one seriously haunts me. Just the look of it was so. You know those big yellow posts that like stand up like this and they're round like this. I don't know if this dude jumped off a building or fell, but he landed asshole first, and the post went all the way up through his body. Oh, yeah.
Pop
Can't
out
do
of his
it.
face or mouth or
No, it looked like it probably leveled out. Like I just, horrendous. Dude.
I could
fun
never do
time.
that.
It wasn't very clear footage of what it was, but you could see like what happened. I mean,
That hurts me so bad. Like
Yeah.
my bones ache.
You wanna watch
thinking-
it?
Why-
No.
okay, but why-
Could you find that right now?
probably.
Jeezy.
Yeah,
it
it's
is-
on X, bro.
I know,
I
but
think my favorite thing on X though, half the reason
I don't look the shit up, but I know it's on there.
Oh, yeah.
This is one thing that I do. The nature is brutal is my favorite freaking thing on X because it's just animals attacking other animals like predators, like lions,
Yeah.
killing hyenas or just horrible things. That like one of them was this bird. I'd never seen a bird like this. He had like this long beak and it just speared because Eli saw it too, where it just speared into this hole and like stabbed this gopher in the head and then just like walked off with it.
Yeah, that was
And you're
nuts.
just like, what the hell kind of bird is
The
that?
thing about Animal Kingdom, what happens is like when they'll get like real fucked up, and it's like, damn, if you had a nice doctor, you could probably be all right. But they're like, they'll get away and then like go live in the woods and just die in a day
Yeah.
or two very slowly.
yeah.
Jeez.
Hyenas eating their asshole. Just, Could you imagine that?
No.
Yeah. Imagine
I've
being a
seen-
zebra.
They do go
I've-
asshole first.
I've seen like
So do
things
wolves
running
and,
that have
coyotes.
escaped,
Yeah.
but they've had so much damage inflicted to like their intestines and their buttholes hanging out. And you're like, you're not living.
I
through
seen
that.
a video of like it looked like some kind of gazelle giving birth. As soon as the baby comes out,
It's like you-
a lion comes up and picks it up and like, kills it and eats it. I was like, come on, man.
It's like, I always want to go to those animals that are like, I'm like, you need some ointment or
Brutal.
something. Like, that's what you need is like a bunch of ointment or something.
And if you ever go to the comments, you always got those people in there that's like, why didn't you help it? I'm like,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
what am I going to do? Go fight a lion?
Go
Yeah,
get
or
eaten by the
wolves.
lion
outta here.
myself. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Scat.
It's like you do your normal cat. Get out of here.
Dude, there's crazy. I might catch some flack for this one, but there are some crazy. You guys have heard of them? Crazy cat ladies, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I delivered to a lady.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yeah, whatever that is.
She smells like feline piss all the time.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen her, but
A cat opens the door.
But
give her the package.
all the stickers on the back of her car is like cat stickers, like logos. And on the one, I read it every time I go there because I'm like, I like when I've seen it, I'm like, I just know what she looks like. I know what she looks like. You know what I mean? It says there, tell your cat I said, psst, psst. I'm like, no,
like, well, I'm
we're
gonna go-
past that.
I
dude.
can go grab my hammer and just shatter the window out.
And I take her package. I'm like, boom! I'm like, oh, it's broken.
We would never do that.
But no, I couldn't. I'd get no, don't do that. But it's just, I'm like, tell your cat I said, psst, psst, get
It's so
out of here.
stupid.
Well,
that's so dumb.
that's the theory. Is
I'm sorry. There's old ladies and shit
No,
out there.
but
I
like
forget
that's-
about that. But
Like the
Yeah, yeah, you
the,
know what I mean?
long form term is Toxoplasma gondii, which is the
That is
basically, it's
say
the-
it again.
Toxoplasma gondii. It's
Hold on,
the
I'm gonna try to say it. Say it again.
Toxoplasma gondii.
Toxoplasma
Plasma gondii.
gondii.
Is the way that I
Toxoplasma gondii.
Yeah, I believe.
I got it.
Gandhi.
The short form is called toxoplasmosis, but it's
Toxoplasmosis.
basically it's the bacteria that it's basically a parasite that will get into sometimes into mice, but basically it comes out in cat pee.
And people get it.
Yeah, and and especially if you are a crazy cat lady, that it makes you wonder if it makes you actually go crazier because if you have like 17 litter boxes around your
I see. I had no idea that's what that was called.
Joe Rogan's
But
talked about it
But
before.
yes, I've
That
seen
stuff.
people like all over the internet talking
It's
about like if
really
you have
weird.
cats, you probably have parasites.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Dog, I know. I heard that too. And I'm like,
did you hear that too? I'm like-
Damn, King Luke's
like-
gotta go.
I know. I'm looking at all four of my cats. I'm like, hey, everybody,
it's
let's
such a
open the
tiny-
doors up and let them go out for a bit. Maybe they'll never come back.
But if you have one or two cats, right?
I'm gonna fucking
like
start
or
growing
a couple,
whiskers and shit.
and if you clean up after them, right?
Jump
Like
around the roof,
basically, there it's very minuscule amount, and it might be affect you in some way, shape, or form, but it's very minuscule, and it can't really affect most humans unless something is unless maybe if you have a lot of it around, like say the crazy cat lady where you got 17 cats and 17 litter boxes.
She's just up in that. She's probably dumping in that box too. She's up in there just like. They're like,
Dude, I told
really?
you about that video. I seen that one lady at the veterinarian.
Uh-uh.
She was like had her cat, and the cat she was eating the cat shit.
God
out
dang.
of the litter box.
Dude, there
She's
are
sitting there
people think
holding her
about
cat,
that.
and she's like her like coworkers filming her through the door, and she's sitting there like she's like picking a turd up like. like,
And I'm telling you right now,
juicy wet
I'm
ones,
telling,
freaking
I'm
hard
telling
Come on
you
now.
right now, it's probably because cats dump inside in a litter box, and dogs crap outside. But dude, cat poop is
right.
awful smell.
Yeah, and she's gobbling it up.
I mean, I've had some destroyed like smells poop, right?
Yeah.
But nothing compared to a fresh cat turd.
Go eat a couple. Go
No,
Go eat a
That's what
couple.
I'm thinking like I'm just sitting there thinking like how it smells is just disgusting.
Yeah, no, that one.
That's mental
grossed me
illness
out. I
on
was
display.
like,
That's maximum mental illness on display. That's
Yeah.
the only
100%.
explanation.
You shouldn't even have a job here.
No, actually, I don't think that person
That's
should be
what I
allowed to
thought.
drive. Allowed to,
Hey, public hanging.
She worked there. I'm like, no need to throw the litter away. She just eats it till it's freaking
Like,
clean.
here she is.
See,
We are
this
going
is
to
like, it
hang
wasn't
this
like
lady for
nibbles,
eating
bro.
cat shit at
back
work.
okay, think about it, right? Back in the 50s and stuff like that, they would put people in mental asylums. They don't have those anymore.
They
like
should.
they shut them all down. So it's like
I mean, I know
again,
they
you see
weren't doing
somebody-
right stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, you see somebody doing something
need-
like that.
they
like,
need-
it's-
Gobbling the cat.
They need
poop.
medicine.
Yeah, they need
Straight up.
something. I don't know.
That was
but
the poop gobbler, if I've ever seen one.
one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
But it's funny that you say it because I seen a lady like you guys ever see those videos like bad neighbors, like to where like their neighbor like you're like I
One
would,
guy
I
was
would
like-
move.
You're like, this is this pole. My pole's like, no, it ain't, buddy. That pole's on my fucking property.
Those people, yes, I've seen that guy. I love watching those people because you're just
That
like,
shit's gold.
dude, it's awesome.
Oh, dude.
But there was this guy, and he had on his back of his house, he had a camera so he could record everything. And he lived next door to this old lady that was just mean and vile, dude.
Yeah.
And like he would just be like recording, like when he's out there, she's just mean to him, like
Yeah.
all the time. She's just mean constantly. But even when he's not there, she has a dog that dumps in her yard, and she'll like just go up and he's like, even while he was there, say, oh look at, she's picking poop up again. She just grab poop and she'd just be like, walk over and she'd be like grab it up, just I just throw it over at him because she couldn't like. She's like 90, dude. But she would just grab it off the ground and
Her own-
look at
her own
She's
dog?
grabbing poop again. Her own dog.
And
She'd
throw
just
it
go
in
over,
his
grab
yard?
it, yeah, and throw it at him
God.
or throw it at his house.
Yeah.
he was just like she'd always
I
do
wanna
like
meet
that.
her.
Even when when he wasn't there or was there, she'd go grab old white dog turds, dude, and
I want to catch
or
her in the
fresh.
act.
I feel like that is an old lady who has driven everybody out of her life. She does not have one relative that will come see her. She's this
100%.
old, or
don't
maybe
know.
she never did. Maybe she
You
never.
start doing shit like that, everybody gives up on you.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, nah, bye, grandma.
I seen a video where a guy on Easter, you know how you kids go out and get Easter eggs?
Yeah.
Was spray painting his dog turds like colors, like blue and like pink.
eggs, like eggs.
Kids are,
That's
he's like,
awesome,
because he's out there walking out. The kids are like picking up dog turds.
Oh yeah,
He's
dude.
like, you see, it's worse.
That's beautiful. Did you hear the squeak?
That guy's a genius.
That's beautiful.
He was like, try this with your own kids if you have a dog.
Dude, it would be perfect, bro. Like you could be like Easter egg hunt at Uncle Abe's.
He goes, kids will pick up anything that's pink.
Oh, no, got me.
Oh, that guy's a genius,
I've
bro.
ever heard.
That dude's a genius,
Yeah,
dog.
it was pretty funny. I'm not
that
gonna
is the
lie.
best.
You could
Bad
hold
prank
like
ever.
a community Easter egg hunt and just collect all the dog turds in the neighborhood. And you're just green, blue,
Yeah,
pink,
they have a
yellow,
basket full
green.
of dog
Start putting
turds.
it inside the eggs.
You have to move, dude.
Oh, dude.
Give them all. They get a whole basket. Now you can't open it till you get home.
Yeah.
They all open shit eggs.
That was pretty funny. He's just out there like,
Pick them up. Pick them up.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Especially young enough kids are dumb enough to
Oh,
do it.
yeah. I mean, my son's 11 and he'd probably go pick it up. I would. I'm like, oh, dude, an egg. I'm like, oh, dang.
That dog shit.
That dog poopy.
those are good ones.
Dude, that's wild. That's a good one. He's just out there spraying. That dude just doesn't care. He just is like, he just wants to do that.
Yeah.
Like, he enjoys every bit
was
of
pretty
it.
Yeah, he probably fucking does some pretty horrible shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
But yeah.
I'd like to see that dude's freaking history search.
Yeah.
You're like,
The FBI probably knows what it is.
The what, the FBI? Oh, yeah, for certainly. That's wild. Just spray painting dog turds.
Yeah. On Easter.
Wow. Let's just do it. Next Easter, let's freaking do it.
Have our own kids just go.
No, just I'm talking go through the neighborhood
That's what I'm saying
with
too.
cans of paint.
Tell our kids.
It's like, oh, these people have dogs.
Tell our kids, be like, don't pick up any random Easter eggs around
Yeah,
here.
don't touch them. Don't touch them. Or just like get the eggs ourselves.
Yeah.
But then you gotta put the turds in. I don't.
You got to manhandle it way too
I ain't
much.
touching no turd.
No, you're not putting them in the eggs.
Well,
I
was
know,
just
but
thinking,
we're
like,
just thinking long term.
like make it look like it, so they're like, oh, an egg, and they could take it home. And they'll open it up and
That's
there's
an
turds in there.
extra level. eh?
Yeah.
They'll
But
actually
he
get
said it. He
home.
was talking about it first.
Oh, putting them in the
Putting them in the
They
eggs.
grab it.
like, oh, I got a little Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, but like if you just did it around the neighborhood, all over the place.
Dude, apparently when I was a kid, I like it was around Easter time, and they, you know how they used to do the like you used to paint the eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I took some of those eggs, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, well, and I was so dumb. I was like, 3 or 4 or something like that. I was so dumb that I thought if I went home and I hibernated this egg that I could hatch it.
Oh,
Well, it was
nice.
a hard boiled egg.
Oh, yeah, that baby's done.
Dude, it started rotting like in the bottom drawer of like my dresser, and my parents come in. They're like, "What in the hell is that smell in here?" And
thought
they
he was gonna
like
hatch a
pull
little
out the
turtle.
bottom, and it was like all these little worms had grown out of it and stuff, and it was this horrendous stench. I'm just literally like, "What is our little retard kid doing?"
Man,
No
Yeah,
good.
dude.
The
But I
90s
was
were
just
a
like, I was
different
like, I
time.
want a chicken, and my little dumb brain didn't know,
yeah, that's awesome. Dude. Just freaking letting freaking worms grow, letting them grow, dude.
Yeah. Grow some little torts.
That's wild, dude.
Dude, something hilarious. Chloe is asking me. She was talking about black and white videos. She was like, "Dad, was it black and white when you were growing up?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Is it like the colors and everything?" We were on a bike ride. She's like the colors and everything. Do you see the colors? I was like, "You think I live in black and white?"
You think you live in
But
black
yeah,
and
it made me
white?
feel old as shit.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
We're getting there, bro.
Yeah.
We're in our 30s, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, they think
Time
we're
just
old.
keeps going on.
And I'm like, you little bastard.
And she's asked, she was thought I seen in black and white, or like it was black and white back in the day. I'm like, I should have told her. I'm like, that's the camera.
Dude, I love her because, dude, she is so brutally honest. And that's the best thing in the world. We were sitting here, Mom came over and visited,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Chloe came walking out, and you said something about her 2 front teeth missing.
Yeah.
And then she was just like, I looked over, I was like, do you want mine? And I showed her my fang one, you know? And she's like, no, your teeth are crooked and yellow. I was like, yes, dude. This is beautiful. It's just like kids don't hold back, bro.
No,
they
dude.
have no gauge.
Especially when they're like, what are you?
Yeah.
And you know,
I was like, what? I'm like, you don't like them? And she's like, no.
I know.
Like, yeah.
I kept. She's like, they're overlapping.
They're overlapping.
I was like-
Yeah, I kept like the overbite and stuff.
I was like, Chloe, quit roasting Uncle A.
I love it, dude.
Chill.
It was beautiful.
I know, it was hilarious.
I was like, yeah.
She does that shit to me too.
Oh, yeah, dude. I love it, dude.
She roasts everybody. Like
I used to like with my kids because I knew my teeth were so jacked up.
Yeah.
So I would just like take all my fingers in my mouth and I'm like, I was like, brush your teeth. I did. I scared the living hell out of him. Like, you want brush them? I was
Brush
like,
'em, bugger.
because Lexi would always go like, so like, hey, Dad, if I like brush them, like my teeth like they'll be straight and not crooked. And I'm like, yeah. You'll never have to go and have braces. She will though. Unfortunately, Dami probably too, but more her. She got her daddy's teeth, unfortunately.
Well, that's, I mean, your teeth ain't all rotted. They're just.
No, but
You got
just like
too
when
many-
you shock a kid like that, and because like I know,
I've always had that,
like I live with them,
I've always
so
had
I'm
that
like,
vampire tooth.
boing.
Yeah.
They're like,
1/4
like, Dad, what's? And I'm like, yeah, go brush them. And I see them. And I'm like, do it up.
That's hilarious.
It'll straighten them.
God.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like at some point in my life, I wish I could just have the money to put like titanium implants in and just be like, dude, I'll bite through steel with some bitches or something, you know?
I agree. I got to
get
figure
older-
out that third set.
Yeah, dude.
This is getting bullshit. I've got 2 teeth in the back that are gone from Dunzo. So,
I love it.
yeah, I don't.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm like, what do I do now? I love it.
I need to go to
Let's
the
just
dentist.
keep rocking. Oh yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be like,
Think about
oh my god,
Dude, look at this
how
dumb-
are you
this
alive?
dumbass died from tooth rot in fucking 19.
you got gangrene,
2025.
bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But you know, hey man, that's what happens. You know, freaking,
That's what happens.
when that's what happens when.
In the cowboy days, we're not supposed to do that nowadays.
But
Well, who
geez,
has
dude,
the money for the?
I was gonna
for
say that's the whole
dentists
thing. Like
nowadays?
dentists are
They don't
insanely
have
expensive.
insurance. You
Yeah,
know,
no.
that's they're super.
know?
You know,
100%.
pricey.
If I made $200,000 a year, yeah, I'm gonna have pearly freaking white,
That's true.
like all the time. Everybody go, Abe's gonna have a constant smile.
Like if we get enough views, that's where all gonna show up with some big ass.
Oh yeah!
Big ass
If
ringers.
this podcast blows up, I'm getting them all fixed.
I'm gonna get her grilled, bro.
I'm like, hey guys, and I'm like, this sucker looks way different.
I'm gonna just have them take them all out. I'm just gonna do that.
Just
It's
get
gonna
the,
show
just
up
get the
with,
steel
like,
rod.
No, I'm just gonna be toothless.
That's
I'm with
what's
that.
up.
Just
I'm
eat,
down
like,
with that.
pudding
Just
all day.
Because I feel like people that don't have teeth in their head, they have a hard time keeping their tongue in their mouth.
Yeah.
They always,
Oh yeah, they're chewing on that
They're always
motherfucker.
No. See, I'm talking like the implant. Like you know, if I can get those implants
Yeah.
at some point, those freaking
get
like
the rods and then the teeth
Yeah.
snap in.
Dude, there was this driver that had dentures, and he was chewing on them like gum and making this god awful sound in my ear, bro. I was
love
like,
it.
dude, I was like, bro, there's not a lot of shit that grosses me out. That was seriously gross me out. I'm like chewing on it, and it was just making like this suction noise. I was like, damn, you just be sitting there gnawing on them fake ass teeth, bro.
You tell them that?
No.
No, you should have.
It would be so much cooler to have
should've.
like shark teeth. You know, the way that like shark. And,
Fair
and,
game.
and I know this is going to sound insane, but the way that sharks they constantly replace the teeth in their mouth. So if one pops out, they have the next row of teeth that start to pop
that's
forward.
amazing.
Oh my god, dude! Imagine like if you were just like something that went wrong with your tooth. You're just like, hey, I'm gonna pop
Pull it out. But hey, E, pull this one out for me.
Yeah, and then a full on, just full
Another
on
one
perfect
out.
brand new tooth will come out, and you're like,
week later, you're like, yeah, I'm good.
imagine how amazing that would be.
That's pretty
Oh yeah,
bad.
I'd be like eating a Dorito on that. I don't know if that's like going to
think
kill
I
me or
want-
not.
I think I want
But-
shark powers. Out of all the
Just
superhero
rings
powers
through
you
my
could
head.
get, I want to get shark powers.
I don't fuck with potato chips no more, bro. I try my best. I try my best not to.
I like
That's a lie.
I like mashed potatoes.
yeah.
And peas, mashed potatoes and peas.
Anything
It's
soft.
like a
Mash
Cook
them
it
up
till there's
together.
no flavor,
no,
babe.
the peas is like a game you play in your mouth trying to pop it. And One loose pea floating around.
Playing ping pong with that bitch in your
You just
mouth.
smile and that sucker stuck to the fang. Like, hey! Trying to get it out.
Freaking ping pong going on in there.
It's a wild thing though.
Yeah.
Like, because now I was like, I remember like, as like growing up, your parents were like, brush your teeth. And you're like, okay.
Fuck that.
Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Now I'm
for sure.
always like, I'm in there like, well, it's a little too late, huh?
Yeah.
Like all day. And then like they hurt afterwards. You're like,
Yeah.
what's this
Yeah,
about?
some days you wake up and your teeth are just aching. I'm like, oh, you're on your way out.
Yeah.
Dude, I've adapted this new thing. Now I grind my teeth in. I'm like,
Oh,
I
I've
think
been
I'm
doing
like,
that my whole life.
I'm like, my teeth, dude, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
Like I'm already battling that.
Tooth decay.
And now it's like you're grinding it to nothing.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I'll wake up like I could feel myself in my sleep doing it. And I'm like, I get up and like my whole jaw is sore. I'm like, when did this happen?
You went 2 rounds with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'm like, I wake up, I'm like, hey, bro. Can't even like close my mouth. I seen this dude though, bro, talking about this. He had something mess with his jaw. He looked normal. But like when he would chew, he'd have to like grab his like jaw with his hands and he'd be like,
Oh, and control it.
and like chew it. I'm like, well, I don't have it like that.
Hey, guess what? I'm done eating shit. If that happens,
Yeah, I think
I'm
I
just
mean, he
gonna
was
drink
like-
through a
he was
straw.
Like it was like kind of like falling out of his mouth. Like,
Is that like the Mummy? Remember that when the
yeah.
what is happening?
That sucks for that
Go
guy.
out and go. I'm that at that point. I'm walking out into the middle of the woods in the middle of winter, stripping all my clothes off, and just being like, "All right, I'm gonna freeze to death."
Or I'm just doing a straight IV of graves and taters all day long.
Yeah, it was and it was hard to watch. I was like, whoa.
I seen this guy that has like one of those giant bowls in his lip, and he was trying to eat, and food was just falling all out while he was eating.
he's like, this is cool.
Because there's a fucking bowl that you put there that's like just hanging off your face like this, and he's trying to eat. And his eyes are all black. He has horns.
The hell?
It's like his second plate.
No-
Was this a dude that like, did it to himself?
Refill.
Yeah, like
it.
body modifications.
Oh yeah, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah. yeah.
What the hell?
Hard to look at.
Oh my god.
That's
Watching that guy eat, I was like, well, he did it all to himself. I'm like, just
no, that's ridiculous.
See, that's what I'm saying is like as soon as they figure out a way to put like be like, hey, Abe, dude, rather than that ankle pain you've ever had throughout your whole life, well, we can cut off your foot and put an Iron Man foot on there, and then you'll be able to fly or at least
rockets.
jump like 10
Show
feet
me
in the
where
air.
the sign.
See, that's what I'm saying. How long before if people are doing the body modification? We're going into cyberpunk in like 15 years.
very
Yeah,
true.
dude, let's go there.
It's very true. Let's
go there.
Because there's those guys that are going to.
I want to wall climb.
Just to be amazing. Imagine if you'd be like, "Hey, Eli, you can run 40 miles an hour now because we put new legs on." It's like that. It's wild.
Yeah, I can freaking run on the side of the wall. Like, you guys just come down here. I'm just running on walls. I'm freaking leaping over houses like all day. Show me where to sign. I'm there. Like I'll be going in like sure your limbs are okay, but like no.
Yes.
I want those ones. I want those ones.
Take
I want-
everything but the
But that's the
brain.
thing. Imagine how pricey all that's going to be.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where
Well,
the
it's going to be like us
economics
now,
of-
like
yeah.
dentistry.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, what's that like? Everybody's like sitting up there, like smoking cigars with like freaking iron
I'm
lungs.
just going to get vapes for teeth.
We may have like superheroes before we know it, like, but they're just like cybernetic superheroes before but it's only the rich people are going to be able to afford it. Elon Musk's going to be like, yeah, cut my head off and just put a whole new body on.
Yeah.
And just be like,
He's
I'm
gonna be
gonna
like
live
that
forever,
one villain from
you know?
freaking the Hulk that's nothing but a brain.
Oh, villain from the Hulk.
Well, he just had a big brain.
Oh, you
Big
mean
head.
the leader, the guy with the giant green head?
Yeah, that-
that dude. I thought,
That's gonna be Elon.
yeah, it's just
Kind of is now.
Yeah.
He's an alien. Did you see that video of him sitting there rolling his fucking eyes and rebooting and shit at one of the? You guys haven't seen that?
I have
Oh,
not.
okay. Well, if you watch that, you'll understand he's an alien.
oh yeah, he's for sure
After that video.
Duck. Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen him do. He just like adjusted his brain for like 20 seconds and someone caught it on camera.
Dude, when I watch him on Joe Rogan, I feel like he's always adjusting his brain.
Yeah.
Like just sometimes how he's trying to talk.
Yeah, talk is pretty rough for him.
It seems that way.
Doesn't he have something like a particular-
Autism or something.
Yeah, something
or
like that.
something, yeah. I mean, he's intelligent
Yeah,
as
that's
can
not.
be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, give me some
But-
of that shit.
well,
But
he's
it's
a
like
savant.
it's just like I've noticed like it's almost like when you see him talk, it's like he's in pain.
Autism's not really a knock nowadays.
No,
No, 'cause
no.
you could be a
Autistic
genius.
people are kind of Gonna probably be the ones that
Geniuses.
save the world in the end.
Yeah. I mean,
It'd be wild.
Yeah.
it's like we're just not on that bandwagon. I want to be.
Well, it makes you wonder, like,
You're getting there.
isn't that the one thing about aliens?
probably
If aliens were, people from the future, that was kind of going to be the whole thing. Is they basically that was, or at least the one theory that like a lot of people have that were they're like something to do with basically if they're alien people from the future where they slowly over time kind of lose their physical bodies. They're not like as big and as strong, but they have these massive heads, and that's kind of where the whole that idea of that look came from. Was the kind of big headed, really thin aliens. Like
I heard one of the weird ones that said online that people believe that the human species was put here by aliens and like implanted into chimps or some shit.
is that the
That's a good
Zachariah Sitchin stuff?
I have no idea. I just heard people talking about it on YouTube.
The Anunnaki. That was his theory. Is basically that they
The Anunnaki.
yeah, they had basically something to do with basically they designed us to mine for gold. So they like genetically modified an old chimp or something like that. And
They did a shitty job on my knees.
I got now that it's weird. I've got a bad knee now, which sucks. Never thought in a million years I'd have one.
Yeah, knees fucking blow, dude.
They're not fun.
If you're anything above 6 foot, you're gonna have knee issues.
Yeah.
I believe.
Like,
At some point in your life.
the only
for
thing
sure.
was I injured it when I played soccer when I was younger. Remember, Dad had to carry me off the
I
field.
remember that.
But it was like I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. Everything's back to normal. Like I heard it pop in the shower, and I was like, oh, this feels amazing now.
Yeah. It was
But
like,
it's
wait
like,
till you're
I hit
38, motherfucker.
37.
37.
Well, last year, so 36. I hit 36 detailing cars, and my knee was like, you thought, buddy. And it was just like gave out. I'm like, ah! I'm like, what is that? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I slept with it. Like now I wait. It's like not a day goes by that it like doesn't ache.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, and somebody's in there just like dancing, just like.
Dude, I popped my finger for moving those shingles.
Yeah.
Still to this day, that motherfucker ain't right. I thought about blew the damn thing right off my hand. I was like, what the?
What's
I was
happening,
like, I was like,
dudes?
that's nuts. Like my whole knuckle
What's
just was
wrong
like,
with
wow,
those?
wow.
Old.
God.
We're middle aged.
I think I took my 20s for granted, dude. Like this sucks.
Yes, that's what
Frizzle.
happens when you beat your body up in your 20s, and then next thing you know, like in your 30s
Skateboard,
and
blow your
40s,
ankle out. You're like, fine.
You're like, but that's where all that pain. The pain comes in later. It's
Yeah.
like you don't even realize you're like, oh, arthritis. Like I know I got like a crap load of that coming my way.
yeah, bro. We're gonna be sitting there like this. We're gonna be old men like
It's gonna suck balls between my
hey,
knee and my
give me
leg and
that
ankles.
water.
It's like
I think I'm gonna get a cane.
Your
at
hands.
some
You ever
point.
see those old people with those gnarly arthritis freaking ridden hands?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh my god. Old people like look, there's old people like not okay.
there are
I gotta word that.
I know you.
Like they don't like
They're not.
old people don't bother me. Okay. I'm not afraid of old people.
They might get in the way sometimes, but they're not.
No. Like
But I don't dislike them.
but there are
But at
those-
the grocery store, when you stand in the middle of the fucking aisle
man.
and you want to talk,
Hey bro.
okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's an old person thing that I could do without.
For sure.
Well, yeah. Oh my god.
Get out of my
They
way just
like-
a little
And
bit.
they like to talk a lot. Well, they feel they're entitled. Like, hey, I've been here
Yeah.
this long. I get to do whatever
Go all
I
the way
want
around
to do
the.
in
It's
life.
like go all the way
This
around
is
the
a
aisle. I'm like,
grocery
no,
store.
this is
You don't own this place.
two-way
Get out of
lane.
the way.
yeah.
grocery aisles are two-way lanes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Hey, man, you're like traffic, but you're like this. Why?
True. Yeah.
Stop this.
Yeah.
This is not okay.
You could move over a little bit and people could get past you. And that's where I'm like, are you doing that on purpose? All
Oh,
those
they
people
are.
doing that on purpose.
Or because what it is they're trapping somebody because they like to talk.
yeah.
So when you walk past,
back,
you're
like,
like,
oh,
you're like, here we go.
I headphones it a lot.
And you'll
Grocery
like you'll kind of scoop past, and she'll be like, "Oh, young man." I'm like, "Yeah, you want me to get something off the
Yeah.
top for you? You want that up there? Okay, fine."
You know how many times this has happened?
And I'm like reaching up, my freaking belly fat's hanging out. I'm like, okay, like sweet, and I'm handing it to her, and she's like, "Thank you so much." I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk for 20 minutes. Can I go?" You know?
Fuck yeah.
There's an old dude that delivers our Amazon to our house, and he does what we do.
Never
seen
stops.
him?
oh yeah. No,
Never stops talking.
Never.
Yeah.
I see him coming, and I'm like, I knew he was coming, dude. Today, Jess got caught with him.
Yeah.
I come out the front door, I see him, I'm like, "Erk," and I turn right around.
Yeah, bro. I
And
can't.
I'm like, listen.
I'm not gonna lie. People, those type of people are my kryptonite. They probably think I'm an asshole and I'm rude, but I'm like, I'm not gonna do this for much longer.
Like, hey, I understand. You've got all the time in the world.
Oh, dude, that
I
old
don't.
hillbilly trucker that freaking talked my ear off that one day. Remember?
Yeah, bro, just sitting out there smoking cigarettes.
And I'm just like, and I'm like,
Back in
and
my
to,
day.
To be fair, I was kind of
Always.
letting
Back in
him
my
just
day.
like do diagnostics on the truck because he had to use a computer, and I didn't want this guy annoying the because I was like, I saw
Yeah,
from
he
like a
never
mile
stopped.
away that this guy was going to be like,
Talky
he was
Joe.
going to talk, and
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like. Okay, I'll take this bullet so Eli can actually get the job done and like whatever. And he just would not stop. He
I can't even remember
sat
what he was saying.
He
Oh,
just
you never can't.
he told me
Yeah,
that whole life
no.
story, dude.
Yeah, he-
like where he came
Like,
from.
his whole life. At that point, he's like, "Yo, bro, I want to come to your next birthday
I don't
party,
want to go
dog."
anywhere with
Let me
that
get your
guy.
phone number, dude.
Yeah, let's be best pals.
I'll add you on Facebook.
Yeah. By that point, I'm just like, cool. And I just kind of shook my head and I'm like, just let him talk. And I'm like, all right, just stay. It was like a,
You're like, and then like, oh, dude, it's so crazy because like this dude that drops off for us.
yeah.
He's like telling me his whole life story, how he started out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, my business law, whatever year it was, I had a 1.5 million in the bank.
Oh, God.
Biden got in, man. I had to sell everything I ever had, and I'm like, first off, I know you did not have 1.5 million in the bank, but okay,
Dude, honestly,
you want to sit there and
saw
talk.
my leg off so I can have an excuse to
Bro,
fucking get away from that.
I would say things like agreeing with him. Like he was like, what was it? Oh, talking about dishes because he ran like these big tent festivals. And he's like, yeah, my guys, they never like to clean the dishes. I'm like, he's like, we had just pallets and pallets of dishes that they didn't want to clean because they're always like, I'd get soft, like they'd make my hand soft or whatever like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's gotta suck. He's like, yeah, you're telling me I did them. I'm like, I'm agreeing with you, bro. Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, oh, that's a lot of dishes. He's like, yeah, but you know what? We just washed them. So actually it wasn't.
Damn.
I'm like-
You should have been like, hey, you know what?
Screw you, buddy. Get out of here and don't stop.
100%.
But it was like, I was agreeing with the dude. And he's like,
I didn't mean it that way, actually. You have a good day, old fuck.
yeah,
Get
dude.
the chuck and
It's
leave.
insane. Like, I heard him talking to Jess today about like doing something. And she's like, yeah, I know. She's like, it's rough. He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, you're telling me. He's like, you're still young, hun. And she's like, I'm agreeing with you,
See,
bro.
this is where, and people
He's
wonder.
getting battered by this old fucking dude.
all the time.
Dude.
Ask her about it when we see this old dude come. I don't even know his name. He's got these nails, his fingernails. You guys know like those people that got those nails on their toes that are thick, and you're like,
yeah.
how do you cut them? He's got them all on his fingers, dog. Like his fingernails. I'm like, he goes to shake my hand, and I'm like hesitant. I'm like,
$3 jump
that
off of him.
contagious? Yeah, dude, it's like his pinky nail is lifted up and back,
Wait, isn't it that Bode?
and it looks like the mouse
is
roller
it
there.
like that Bode thing?
No, it's like thick
That-
bunion nails.
Oh,
all of them.
Look like
And he's
There was
like,
that
hey
thing
man,
that
he goes,
Sam
shake
told
my
me
hand. He's like,
about
my
a
name
while-
is
remember
whatever.
There was like the person who had the rounded fingers. You were talking about. We looked it up on the podcast a while ago, and and that actually means like you're
I
about
think
to
I've
die.
seen that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. What? Do you
Yeah,
remember
the
what that
rounded
was?
ones. It's something to do with like your liver or something.
I know when people do that though, and they get like that. When I'm talking to
Ridiculous.
them, I instantly I'm like, hey man, we don't have to talk to each other, all right?
Not at all.
I've actually got all this stuff going on too. You're sitting here, you're battering my wife.
Like, dude, he's just like everything. He's like, you're telling me. He's like, I had to do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know. So I reverted then to, like, every time he would talk, I would say, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh man.
So he
for
won,
sure.
bro. He verbally
For sure.
beat the shit up
Oh
out you.
yeah, because I would agree and then I would disagree, and I'm like, this guy, I can't make this old bastard happy. I don't know what you want from me, dude.
Yeah.
I see him come riding up the drive. I'm like, oh, here we go,
Yeah.
here we go. It's like, I gotta deliver, dude.
Yeah.
I've got 145 packages that's got to go out now. Go away.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm just gonna just start being like loading, like, yeah, but I don't know what you want from me. Go away. But
Just start
back,
talking to him really loud too.
yeah, back to my original thing with old people. The old people don't scare me.
They
But
don't?
No, they don't scare me. Like they get on my nerves, like those types. But there are those like chill, cool old dudes and old women that are just like cool as crap
Normal
to be
people,
around.
yeah.
Normal, right? That's well. I hope to God that's
That
who
could-
I'm going to be.
Me too.
But then there's those like old people that like you just see them in like the way that their body is and like they got bruises like places that you're like, what is that? or they just like they're on, they're like on a
Dude, that,
walker.
you are explaining that you do fear them.
No, he's not old. Like he like
You're
well,
afraid
I
of
guess.
the old
I'm afraid of getting old.
Yeah, cover it up.
I think
Because
Dude,
I'm like, hey, dude, like, I don't want to know that's what I have to deal with. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that in like 30 years, bro. I don't want to see that
I
right
think
now.
I'm gonna just tell after like 65. I'm just gonna tell everybody I got leprosy and just like wrap myself up.
Dude, it's just like you see those ones that you're like, they look like somebody just beat them with the baseball bat for like,
Well, it's because
Repeatedly.
people start bruising a lot easier when they're older. Like,
yeah, and then like
anything,
there's,
like
you're just like, wow, are you okay?
no, they're dying.
Because like there's this dude right over here, like on the apartments over here.
Yeah.
He'd be out there like just like he's on a walker. And he's like going down the thing. I bumped into him like 4 times. Won't talk to me. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But he's out there and he's got his like sweatpants like up to here over his shirt. And he's walking out there and he's like just bruises everywhere is all I can think they are. Or skin sores. I don't know because they're not scabbed. But they're like
Purple.
purple.
yeah, dude, that purple.
I've seen
Yeah,
it.
bro. And it's like
That's
all over
death.
him.
Is what that is.
And he's
that blows.
standing
It
up.
goes purple and then black.
Yeah, that boy's
Yes.
that boy's speckled with the Grim Reaper a little
grossest,
bit.
dude.
And he is standing out there and he's just smoking cigarettes. I'm like, bro, that's probably the last thing you need to be doing, man.
Dude, he's probably like, fuck, I got purple marks.
That's
my
probably.
I got big purple blotches. I'm about to just, kind of fall into a blood
And
pile.
then like I was like as I walked because I went to drop a package off, and he got in front of me through the hallway, and I'm like, oh, dude. So he's like making his way, and he's going or like that. And I'm like behind him, and I'm like looking at his head, and I'm I'm just looking down at his head, and I'm like, man, I'm like, this don't look like aging is not. It's not gonna be fun.
No,
boys.
dude.
No, well,
It
We're all
flashed.
dying.
I was like, I had a flashback or something. I'm like, I'm like, that's gonna be me one day.
yeah.
We're all dying,
And I'm
dude,
scared
slowly.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm terrified because I'm like, if I'm bruising, like bruises, they gross me out.
Bruises.
Yes. If you got a big old gnarly black bruise, I'm like, cover that up. No one wants to see that, right? No, you guys cool with big
Yeah, no,
bruises?
right. Yeah.
mean, yeah,
sure, I,
I mean,
guess.
if you
Yeah.
can, they
Most
don't
of the
bother
time,
me,
I
though.
usually do. It's
I've
like
seen them.
I mean, yeah, it
I've
happens.
seen them
Yeah.
for sure,
But-
but I don't like looking at them.
Put up
like on
I'm
display.
I'm not like, whoa. Look
If
at
we're talking
that.
like middle of summer, I don't give a crap if I got.
Because I just feel like
arm or
like
something.
it hurts
Yeah.
all the time,
They look like they're in absolute horrible pain.
all the time.
Yeah.
when
You're
it
like,
gets
Well, they are. Yeah.
and then like they'll have those big what do they call them?
How old?
Like what do they call
They
them?
look like they survived the
Sunspots?
plane crash.
The sunspots?
They did. It's
Liver
called life.
Oh, is it liver spots? The big like they look like freckles, but like they went from like a freckle like that to a freckle like that covers their whole arm, and you're like,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
What is that?
I think like
I don't know.
about 7.
I've always wondered what that was since I was a kid.
it's like sunspots or Sam said liver spots or something. But
was-
it's very
I
odd.
don't think it's that. It's. I know they do get liver spots, but
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
I mean,
no.
whatever those are, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get all
it's
that.
called
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna get those, and I don't want those.
You're gonna have the fuck out of those. I'm gonna have them too. I hope I get one right on my face. My whole face.
Just covered,
Yeah, bro. Let's do it.
littered with it.
Run it.
Dang.
Yeah, we're all gonna get old and look like shit. There's no.
And, oh yeah, absolutely. That's inevitable.
I know I'm gonna look like a shit when I'm old.
Yeah,
I'm a little bad.
happens
I'm not
to us
gonna
all, dude.
age well. And I figured that out because I'm already not aging well. Yeah.
I'm all grayed up, dude. Everybody look at me.
But let's
they
run
think
it
I'm
till
like,
65, 75.
I'd say 75.
I'm
that's
75.
I don't want to get into my 80s. I don't. think.
75-year-old people look like they're in some pain, but yeah, 80s looks fucking horrible.
80s look like
Maybe
I'm just like at that
90s?
point I don't want to be
Unless,
around.
unless they
You?
come out with some super soldier serum stuff that I can like be like cool. I can go back to like 25.
Sure,
You know,
if that's the thing. Let's do it.
Take my brain out of my body and just put it RoboCop style.
Or just imagine that, like, what if AI figures out some crazy concoction that they're like,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
if you
for
mix
sure
these
probably
things
going to.
together, then you can create Captain America's, or something. I'm like,
Yeah, I'll sign up for that.
I would.
100%. I'd be like, let's do it.
but how long would you want to live for then? If they could,
I want to
theoretically,
be a god. I'm joking. I'm joking. Am I?
I'll take over the world.
I mean, if you were Matt and they were like, you could be a god, but just you alone.
I'm like, you don't know
that's
shit.
not how it would work because
You don't
everybody
know what
then,
you're
like,
talking
the whole
about.
human species, if like
Well, they
anybody
met
who
you.
could
Some
afford it.
some being met you.
Some
It's like,
being met
hey,
you.
I can make you a god.
I'm like, wait,
Basically Galactus. That was that's.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd definitely be Galactus, dude. To get superpowers for
yeah.
sure.
I'd just be like flying
At the
up and
drop of a hat.
looking at the earth all the time, like
Yeah, I'd be
puny.
the Silver Surfer for sure.
Like you're all gonna die. I'd be like, what's his name, Omni Man.
Yeah.
I'd kill everybody. Just lasers. Just
I killed this one bitch that was a cash. That was a cash register worker at Walmart out in the city.
What'd you do? Kill her?
If I was a god and they gave me powers and stuff.
Oh,
I would.
You would. There's a person you would want to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Yeah,
I got
we
lots
all-
of those. No.
Yeah.
This
I got a couple
specific
people.
register lady at Walmart. Yeah. No, I don't really want to talk about it.
He's like, I don't want to be reminded of this broad.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Man. But that's a good one there. We can wrap it up if you guys feel it. We've been running for an hour 20.
Nice.
Yeah, it does it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Don't feel like it does
Not
it.
at all.
Yeah, see,
It's a little
the
different.
TV might be
That's what they say.
Off.
If you have something, if you have that's the thing. Don't watch the timer. You know, I was trying to get something.
You actually pulled it off though. You did a great job.
I'm trying.
Oh, yeah,
more
that
and
was
more and more. My
We're
tummy's
gonna learn English one of these days.
learning English
gonna learn it.
is our second language.
But yeah, dude, that was a good one. This is the new setup for now. Next time we'll have some freaking stuff so it doesn't look so awkward for us. But like, comment, subscribe, bell notifications, and watch the whole video, guys. But we will catch you guys on the freaking next one, eh?
You sure?
Let's
See you,
do
boy.
it to it.